Hi, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video. In this video I'm going to talk over how I'm planning on getting my life back on track and the tips and tricks and sort of steps that I use to get there. So if you want to see what those are, keep on watching. So if you are a subscriber or you used to watch my videos, you'll know I haven't posted anything in a really long time, like well over a year. And YouTube isn't the only area of my life that kind of fell off track. There are all other areas as well, but I kind of didn't notice because they were all kind of falling by so slowly that then one day I kind of realised, oh hang on, this isn't where I want to be, this isn't what I want my body to look like, this isn't what I want my finances to be like, this blah 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 blah. There are all these things, and then at that point it can seem really overwhelming. So my first tip is to get really clear on what you want. So when you kind of realise this isn't what I want, you also then need to get clear on what you actually want. To me, both of these things are just as important as each other. So really recognising where you are and also really recognising where you want to be. Because say if you were to get in your car and you were going somewhere, you have to give your sat-nav the start point and the end point to work out the route. So the same kind of thing with your goals in life or just where you want to be in life. You need to know where you are now and then where you want to be, because then you can start working out how you're going to transform this area and work your way to the here. A way I really like to get clear on what I want is to write it down and to create dream boards. I do think for me creating those visuals and actually being able to visualise myself in that place that I think I want to be really helps to know, is that definitely where I want to be? And the other thing it really helps you to figure out is why. Because why you want to be where you want to be is so much more important than where you want to be. That's a bit of a mouthful. But you might know that where you want to be over here is to have lots of money, for example. But the reason you would want lots of money and the reason that I would want lots of money might be for completely different things. So the motivation to get lots of money is going to be different for both of us. So one of the things that I really like to focus on when I'm figuring out why is not just the surface of why, it's digging a bit deeper and finding that core reason as to why you want to achieve something. So one of the other things I want to work on is my health and fitness and the way that my body looks. Now on the kind of surface, the why is quite obvious. I don't particularly like how my body looks now. I want it to look better, I want to feel more comfortable in clothes. Why do I want to feel better in clothes? It's because I want actually it to make my life easier, which if I feel better in my clothes it will, because I'm not going to get changed 50,000 times before I leave the house. It's not going to be as hard to pack to go away for a weekend, because I know no matter what I put in my suitcase I'm going to like it how it looks on my body. And then digging deeper still, like why do I want to feel more comfortable in my body? Because when you have been poorly and you ended up in hospital and tests and all of this, for me anyway, it kind of felt like my body wasn't mine for a little bit, and that it was being altered and changed by all these medications and all these different things that were happening to it. So it's almost like if I can take some of that ownership back for myself and make my body feel like mine again and make it comfortable for me. So it's so much more deeper than just the obvious, I want to lose weight so I look better. There's way more reasons why. And I'd imagine that's the same for most of your goals. There'll be a reason why that maybe you didn't even know was the reason why. And if you dig a bit deeper and find that reason, it's going to be so much easier to keep on track with your goals. So my next tip is, once you know those reasons why, is to set goals to help you get from A to B. And all along here isn't going to be just a straightforward journey. There is going to be ups and downs and maybe forward 2 spaces, back 1, or forward 1 space, back 2. It happens. Kind of set the big goal that I'm going to want to achieve at the kind of end of my journey, and then I've kind of set little tasks or little habits to hit along the way. That to me just feels a lot more natural, and I like the flexibility of just kind of having these tasks that I hit, and then I can think, right, did I hit those tasks this week, did I not? And rather than it being a set firm goal, do exactly this by this time, I just find for me that works. But whatever way of setting a goal works for you, obviously do that. So my next tip is to invest in yourself. Once you know where you want to be, you know why, you know what goals you're going to be setting to get there. Invest in yourself to help you get there. Now, investing in yourself could be all manner of things. It could be as simple as going and buying a self-help book. It could be paying for a gym membership, investing in a life coach, investing in a personal trainer, buying an online course. Say if you never normally spend any money on yourself, you never ever buy yourself anything, you never do anything for yourself, even just the process of going into a bookshop and buying yourself a book that's £12 will feel like you are investing in yourself. I personally did invest in myself, and I did get a fitness coach to help me achieve my fitness goals, because it was also something I didn't really want to spend the time teaching myself how to achieve those goals. I have paid someone else for their expertise. They've done me a meal plan, a workout plan, and I just have to stick to my plan, so it saved me time. And because I have put that money in there, and it is more money than I would have usually spent on myself or even felt worthy of spending on myself, because I have done that, I've made that commitment to myself, and I have pushed myself forward even more. And on those days where I don't really feel like doing it, I think, well, actually no, come on, you've done this for yourself, you've paid the money, you've got someone who's in your corner, you've got someone who also wants you to achieve your goals, and it does just help propel you forward. So my next tip, and something that I think really helps make you feel like your goals are achievable, is not just focusing on the things that you're going to have to do, but also focusing on who you need to become to achieve these goals. This is something I first heard from Catherine Zinkina. She spoke about embodying your rich babe, I think is the way that she said it. It's kind of speaking to your future self, the person who has achieved these goals, the person that has done those things that you want to achieve, and embodying them. Would they be snoozing their alarm when it goes off, or would they just be getting up because they've got things to be doing? How do they dress? How do they speak about themselves? How do they speak about other people? How do they act around other people? Are they kind? Are they caring? Think about this version of you and start being them now. If you can really start embodying this person without actually needing to achieve anything to start embodying them, that in itself is an amazing achievement, and you will be surprised at how much you end up achieving and just how much better you end up feeling by embodying someone who has achieved everything that you want to achieve. And it will make achieving those things so much easier, because you're already the person that deserves those things, and you're already the person that can achieve those things. Whereas if you keep feeling like that person is a million miles away, then more than likely those things that you want to achieve are still going to feel like they're a million miles away. However, if you're already that person, those things will just start happening naturally. So that tip kind of leads quite nicely on to my next tip, which is to be listening to the correct voice in your head. Now that might sound like I'm absolutely bonkers and that there are a million voices going on in my head, but that isn't what I mean. If you look at spirituality, you have your ego and your higher self. With Christianity, they talk about a devil and an angel being on your shoulder. With a lot of different things, there is talk of the kind of voice in your head that tells you the things that maybe aren't so good for you to do, and the voice in your head that tells you the things that are good for you to do. So for me now, the voice in my head that tells me the things that I know are good for me to do, that's the voice of the person I want to be. And the voice in my head that tells me the things that aren't really going to be good for me, that's the person over here that isn't going to achieve the things that I want them to achieve. Hi, it's Editing Becky. So I realise I might not have explained the voice thing very well. But basically, say if you're wanting to lose weight and you've done really well all day, and then at the end of the day you're really tired, and one part of you is going, I know you're tired, but just cook something healthy. And the other part is going, you've done really well all day, it doesn't matter, go have a McDonald's. Listen to this voice that's trying to help you. This voice is trying to sabotage you and keep you where you are, because that's its safe space. This one wants you to change and achieve more. And then not just your internal voices, but also external voices. So Don't listen to people who are telling you you can't achieve this, you can't do that. Listen to more inspirational things. Same thing with social media. Stop following people who make you feel bad about yourself and start following people who inspire you and make you want to achieve more. And my final tip, and most definitely the best one, is to just start. Just do anything today that's going to get you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. Whether that is sitting down and doing a dream board, or sitting down and writing out your goals, or even sitting down and getting really, really clear with where you are right now and working out exactly why where you are now doesn't work for you. This video is going to be going up in December, so if you start now, you're going to be 4 weeks ahead of everyone else who's going to start on the 1st of January. I can't remember the exact percentage, but I believe it might be something like 80% of New Year's resolutions have failed by the 8th of January. If you start now, not only are you 4 weeks ahead, you're 4 weeks deeper into those habits that are going to make you who you want to be. You're also starting in what I would say is a better mind frame. Realistically, on the 1st of January, quite a few people are going to be hungover. I would suggest that's not the best time to be starting trying to achieve new goals. If they're not hungover, they're probably going to be tired because New Year's Eve is normally quite a big thing. I don't know about you, but for me, New Year's has pretty much always been quite the disappointing evening. So New Year's Day, why would you then be like, right, brilliant, I'm going to achieve all my goals? I just think, start now. Don't wait for Monday, don't wait for tomorrow morning, don't wait for next month. Just start doing something today, anything today, that is going to get you closer to where you want to be. That is all that I've got for you today. Like with anything, take what is helpful and leave the rest. I'm not a professional, but I just know that these are the things that have definitely helped me and are going to be helping me on my journey to getting to where I want to be. If there is any tips or tricks that you've got that you are doing to put your life back on track, please leave those in the comments below. I'd love to know. And if you haven't already, please give this video a like and subscribe. I hope you're having a beautiful day whatever you are doing, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Do I wave? Right, does my hair look like shit? Waffy? Oh my god, I really need to do my toenails.